anywhere as close to about 90 miles an hour. You'll find about 2,000 RPM will get you about 90 or the top of the white radial in the traffic pattern. And initially, just to get the ball rolling here, we'll take a look at 3-point full stall landings with the flaps fully extended.
I'm sorry, say again?
So you have a volume on your top right-hand side where it says pilot. That's your volume. No, that's me. That's you. You're the pilot. I'm the co-pilot. And that's your squelch is the back ring, and the little ring is the volume, so you can adjust your volume there as well.
Oh, much better.
There you go. So 3-point full stall landings means what we're trying to do is the same thing you do in the Skyhawk. We want to touch down on the mains just as the airplane is pretty much out of energy.
Tower traffic 916 Bravo Alpha, the downwind, runway 257.
Sanford traffic, Satabria 291 Charlie Alpha is about 5 miles to the north, to the southeast. Maneuvering to enter left 45, 425 Sanford. Very nimble airplane.
Yeah, it is.
Sanford traffic 916 Bravo Alpha is turning base runway 25 Sanford.
Yeah, I'm trying to get past feeling like I'm on my check ride too.
Trying to get what?
I'm trying to get past feeling like I'm on my check ride because that's the last time we flew together.
Oh, geez. No, this is a half-fun airplane ride. Not that a check ride can't be fun either, but... That seems to be my...
Traffic 916 Bravo Alpha is turning final, runway 25.
Yeah, the biggest role that I play as an examiner is probably just trying to get people to relax, you know, just...
Wow.
Well, look at all
This is a
look at all the crushed stone down there in Pike. There's a lot of roads down there.
Oh, I know where that is.
Yeah, it's right off of 4. I mean, 9.
Yeah. Going to 1200. So this is squelch with that. There we go.
No, we need a new alternator. It's nothing you can do. The alternator is what it's doing is this alternator doesn't have a noise suppressor on it, and internally it's when you change your power, you'll notice you can change the noise. It's like RPM sensitive. So I think Mark's got an alternator on order for it.
Stanford traffic, Aero 457.
It's being pretty well behaved today. It's usually brutal. Sometimes I can't even hear you or any of the CTAF calls.
And Sanford traffic, Satabria 291 Charlie Alpha is about 2 to 3 miles to the south on a left 45 for 25 Sanford. Are we going on the grass or the pavement?
We can stay on the pavement. Just give you a little bit of elbow room for now.
Okay.
Sanford traffic 916 Bravo Alpha is on a roll, runway 25 Sanford, remaining in the pattern. Yeah, go ahead. We already canceled. And ExitJet 896 QS, you can right turn left base for 23. Sanford traffic 916 Bravo Alpha is turning crosswind runway 257.
I have him in sight right there.
Okay, yes. So one of the best tips or advice that I can give you, Rob, at least initially to get started here, is very shallow rates of descent. So by all means, feel free to either use speed or a combination of speed and power to get a very shallow rate of descent. If you land the airplane hard, spring gear is subject to bouncing. So the whole idea is try not to bounce it on the runway. Try not to plop it.
Sanford traffic 916 Bravo Alpha, midfield downwind, runway 25 Sanford.
Oh, there's that plane to our left. That was.
And
Was that Citation? Is that what it said it was?
no, they were down in North Central. That was NetJets. So Bravo Alpha, I believe, is a beam. The number is right at your 1:30 there, 2 o'clock.
But there's that guy too.
And sight.
Hawker 896 Quebec Sierra is turning final 23 at North Central.
It's going fast. Maybe I should turn around.
Well, he's coming right at us.
Sanford traffic, Citabria 291 Charlie Alpha is left downwind for 25. Traffic behind me in sight. Sanford.
Yeah, Sanford traffic, the Citabria ahead of the arrow. I am going to do a 360 here in the downwind.
Yeah, just stay on the downwind there, Rob, and can't go wrong with that.
Sanford traffic 916 Bravo Alpha is turn base, runway 25 Sanford.
So we can get considerably closer to the runway if you want. I mean, it's just so you can get more takeoffs and landings for your dollar. That's all.
Okay.
So the distance that we are away from the runway, I would consider about half of that for a downwind distance.
Okay.
About a half a mile, if that.
Sanford traffic 916 Bravo Alpha is turning final, runway 25 Sanford, stop and go.
So 60 to 70.
I'm going to recommend 70 miles an hour. You can experiment with different speeds if you want, but we'll recommend 70 miles an hour for approach. That'll minimize some of the high rates of descent.
4570 Tango now entering the downwind, runway 25 on the 45, Sanford traffic.
All right, carburetor heat would be a good idea with all the humidity in the air.
And Sanford traffic, Citabria 291 Charlie Alpha is turning left base for 25 Sanford.
And then just start applying what you learned out there with the side picture. Right, so a little more bank right to a medium bank, and that'll get you on the base leg a little sooner rather than later.
Okay.
And then just kind of have fun with positioning the nose up or down. We're looking for 70 miles an hour.
You're at 70.
Sanford traffic 916 Bravo Alpha is on the roll, runway 25, remaining in the pattern, Sanford.
So maybe on the next pattern, maybe you can consider turning base a little closer. Food for thought, right? And just to get more takeoffs and landings for your dollar.
Sanford traffic 916 Bravo Alpha is left turn, crosswind runway 25 Sanford.
Sanford traffic, Cherokee.
All right, coming final. We'll see if we can get the flaps fully extended when you're able.
45, Sanford.
Sanford traffic, Cessna 468 is on a 45.
There you go, one more notch there, just give it a little tuck. There you go.
Sanford traffic, airport.
Keep it at 70?
Yeah, well, that's a target, just to kind of get the ball rolling here. So adjust your throttle so you can plan your arrival at, I don't know, somewhere on the numbers or shortly after.
Sanford traffic 916
And like I said, just try to
turning,
resist the temptation of getting any high rates of descent. So using power, using pitch, whatever you can do to get a nice shallow rate of descent. And we'll plan a stop and go. It looks like you're much slower than the 70 that we're recommending. That may give you a high rate of descent. Eyeballs down the far end of the runway, and then just kind of hold it off.
Traffic Arrow 457 Tango, left
So
final 25.
that's me just bringing that
okay.
stick back, Robin, like we talked about earlier. That's me just nursing it back to the center line. So when you work that control stick going back and forth, you see the airplane's just doing what you're asking it to do. All right, you have the flaps. Go ahead and retract them.
Flaps, carb heat.
If that was me, I had the carb heat cold. It's once again cold, and you have the trim. If it's all clear ahead, away we go. So a smooth application of full power, and then raise the tail as soon as you feel you have elevator effectiveness. And then just rudders nice and softly, keep her going straight. Ah, pretty. Oh, what a nice takeoff. That was wonderful. And anywhere it's close to about 75, 80 miles an hour is a pretty good takeoff target speed.
We got Bravo Alpha directly ahead of us. We're going to follow you and Louis stop and go runway 25.
And Sanford traffic, Satabria 291, Charlie Alpha is upwind of 25, closed traffic, Sanford.
You may be able to minimize some of this static, Rob, on your squelch.
Sanford traffic 916 Bravo Alpha is turning final runway 25. Stop and go, Sanford.
So we're recommending 75 to 80. You're down to 65. So, and there's no harm in climbing out of 65, but the higher speed will just give you enhanced visibility. That's all.
Yeah, you caught me right at the second where I
throttle back to about 2,000. That'll help you control your altitude.
6 on a 45, runway 25, Sanford.
Sanford traffic Arrow 457 Tango, clear active, Sanford.
Yeah, continue the turn. Allow the airplane to see if you can stay at this distance or even
468
closer.
is on turning final, number 2.
All right, carburetor heat would be a good idea as you reduce your power.
Sanford traffic 291, Charlie Alpha is left downwind 25, Sanford.
And Sanford traffic, Cherokee 716 is downwind 32. We're looking for traffic. Sorry, 25.
Yeah, the Satabria is just coming up a beam. The number is 25. We're planning a stop and go 25 for Sanford.
There's 2 traffic.
I have him in sight.
Okay.
Sanford traffic, Barron is 12 miles to the south, the entering left downwind 25, Sanford.
Sanford traffic 916 Bravo Alpha is on the roll, runway 25, Sanford remaining in the pattern. Sanford traffic 468, we're short final 25, will be stop and go.
So this should be the steepest bank angle in a pattern right now. Roll it, go ahead and roll it right 25, 30 degrees. Go ahead, roll it over.
25?
Yeah, because the assumption is there's a gentle breeze going down the runway, right? So if this is where you chose to turn base, right, the idea is to, well, turn it into the wind so the wind doesn't blow you any further.
Yep.
But what do you think about your altitude? A little on the high side, sure. Why don't you minimize your power? Or increase drag devices, or a combination of both. There you go.
Traffic Arrow 457 Tango, crossing 14 on Charlie, Sanford.
And I have the downwind traffic. You've got good separation.
Downwind 25, Sanford.
So as you get closer to the runway this time, Rob, you can see the controls are very responsive. Just try to put a damper
Sanford
on the
traffic,
controls.
Bravo Alpha is also downwind, runway 25, Sanford.
Sanford traffic, Barron is 8 miles an hour to the south, the entering left downwind 25, Sanford.
And Sanford traffic, track 468, started runway 25, staying in the pattern, Sanford.
All right, and then just, you got your toes are pretty high in the pedal, so just make sure the balls of your feet are nice and low, so there's no chance of actuating the brakes on landing.
Traffic, Skylane 7279, Whiskey, 2 mile final, 25, Sanford.
And just lower the nose a whisker more. We're recommending 70 miles an hour. Oh, much better. There you go. And it's just to minimize the chance of getting a high rate of descent, that's all.
Okay.
All right, get it nice and close to the surface now before you get it slow. That's it, let her down, 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 looking pretty. And then right about here, eyeballs down the far end of the runway, and now take your time, and now hold it off just like a skyhawk. That's it, hold it off, up, 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 nice, keep working. Nice, up, 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 up. Now freeze to stick. So did you feel yourself go forward on the stick right before landing? Don't do that. Don't go, because all the airplane did was it did exactly as you asked it to do. You said, quickly go nose down, quickly go nose up, and that put the trauma in the tailwheel. When I have the carburetor heat called, you have the flaps. And then if you're happy with the trim and it's all clear ahead, a smooth application of full power, and away we go.
And Sanford traffic, Cherokee 716.
And as soon as you have elevator effectiveness, go ahead and raise the tail. That's me going full power.
Sanford traffic, Skylane 79 Whiskey.
There's a nice pitch attitude, nice and gentle. Nice and gentle on the stick.
Sanford traffic, Baron, turning left downwind 25.
I have an airplane that just took right over on top of us. Okay, he's clear.
Sanford traffic.
I saw a shadow on the ground. He's right off our left.
Oh, wow.
25. Sanford traffic, Cherokee 716, short final, runway 25. That'll be a full stop.
Cessna 468 is on a left downwind, 25, Sanford.
Sanford traffic, 916 Bravo Alpha is turning final runway 25 Sanford.
Cessna on the downwind at Sanford. Do you have the Baron in sight?
Sanford traffic, Skylane 7279 Whiskey, turning left base, 25 Sanford.
Sanford traffic, Baron is turning left base for 25. I have the Cessna in sight, Sanford.
Whiskey.
Now you got a nice distance away from the runway here, Rob. If you want to maybe go 3 notches of flaps, and you can slow your speed to about 60 miles an hour. We'll use speed control for separation. Maintain 1200.
Aircraft on the runway.
Okay, get a little slow flight practice.
Cherokee 716 will be off the
Go 3 notches of flaps, and just kind of target about 60 miles an hour. That'll enhance your separation.
Sanford traffic, Citabria 291 Charlie Alpha is left downwind for 25 with 1 and 2 traffic in sight.
So you should have 3. There's a Baron and 2 high-wing Cessnas. Oh, yeah. Don't tell people you're number 2 or 3 unless you're. It's best just to report your position. Don't try to be an air traffic controller.
We'll be number 3 following the Baron.
Okay. 1.
Yeah, there should be a. Is there a Baron out there somewhere?
Yeah, 1 there, 1 right off the nose.
Okay. So there's 1 coming.
Sanford traffic, 916 Bravo Alpha is
1 coming over the numbers now. And then you've got the other person on the downwind, and I didn't really quite see the Baron, unless that's the Baron now going over Levine's.
Sanford traffic, 916 Bravo Alpha is now turning downwind runway 25 Sanford.
Cessna 468 is turning.
That must be the Baron out there off your 10 o'clock there now.
Behind the Baron.
79 Whiskey, completed touch and go, turning crosswind 25 Sanford.
Sanford traffic, Baron 25 will be full stop, Sanford. That Cessna was just departed, Sanford, with the early crosswind. You know you almost flew into us when we were on downwind, right?
Cessna had you inside. I had nothing left to do.
All right, could have gone straight out, you know that? A lot of people in the pattern, stupid things like that kill people.
Sanford traffic, 916 Bravo Alpha is turning base, runway 25 Sanford.
Yeah, let's go ahead and turn base, Rob, because you do have you have other people following you. We don't want to drag them too far out. Lower the nose. It looks like you're jacking the nose up. Yeah, there you go.
Sanford traffic, Satabria 291 Charlie Alpha, left base 25, Sanford.
He's going to turn inside of you. See him on your left-hand side?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what happens when you... And, I mean, you're just doing what you need to do for traffic, but when you exaggerate it...
They're pretty close.
Yeah, they're just gonna cut in front of you because they didn't know that you're going to stay in the pattern. But they'll work that out with Bravo Alpha.
Oh, he landed on...
Shot final 25 Sanford.
Oh, no, okay. Wow, they're close.
Well, that's...
And the Baron's off the active on Charlie.
Try not to turn until you can line your airplane up with the final. Because once you start turning, you start getting once you get away from your box pattern, it makes it more difficult for other people to find you. So just keep a nice square pattern. I have both the airplanes in sight.
Okay.
You have plenty of room. I'm just trying to show you how people are going to cut in front of you if you go too far away, that's all.
Yeah, I'm used to the speed and the timing of the Skyhawk. I'm trying to...
No, that's all right. You'll get the hang of it.
Oh, he did an S-turn. What?
Yeah, that'll work. That'll give him a little more separation.
Turning final runway.
You can slow your speed, right? You're up to 70. You can slow your speed to 60 momentarily if you want.
Skyline 79 Whiskey, turning left.
Go full flaps. And then even you can consider a couple S-turns if you wanted to enhance separation.
Oh, we already fly slow enough.
Fair traffic 546.
Still doing S-turns.
And you can do the same to enhance separation.
Wow.
So if you considered some S-turns now, rather than later, they'll be a little more comfortable when you're higher up. There you go. That'll give them a little more time. Because if they're going to taxi to Charlie, it's going to take a while.
True.
But it looks like you're lowering your nose to, just maintain 60.
Sanford traffic, Satabria 291 Charlie Alpha's final 25, Sanford.
Sanford traffic 916 Bravo Alpha's on the roll, runway 25 Sanford.
Okay, so when I get close, stick full back when I feel like I'm too...
Yeah, just don't do anything aggressive, because if you do something aggressive, the airplane will do exactly what you ask it to do. So you want to be very docile, just like you're doing. You're doing a great job. Just don't do anything quick and rapid. All right, go ahead and resume 70 miles an hour, and that'll give you a nice, comfortable approach speed. And just get it nice and close to the surface before you get it slow.
Okay.
That's it, just using a little power now to drag it to a place on the runway where you're hoping to touch down.
Sanford traffic 916
Start getting it close to the ground, a little less power, let her down. And then eyeballs down the far end of the runway, and then take your time. And just hold it off as long as you can. That's it. A little touch of power to arrest the descent rate a little bit. All right, Rob, nice. You can see you got a respectable touchdown, because at least the tailwheel didn't get all chaotic that time.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I have the carburetor heat going cold. You have the flaps. A light touch on the brakes will bring you to a stop.
Okay.
All right, if you're happy with the trim and it's all clear ahead, away we go.
Sanford traffic 916 Bravo Alpha is downwind runway 25 Sanford. Sanford traffic, Skyline 79 Whiskey, you want to go around 25 Sanford.
And you can minimize that, Rob. In fact, you can completely eliminate it. If you go back to that earlier, your style you had, when you were being nice and smooth on the controls. As soon as you make big inputs, the airplane will do what you ask it to do.
Sanford traffic, back 468, we're downwind 25 behind Bravo Alpha, Sanford.
Sanford traffic, Skyline 7279, Whiskey, departing 25, departing the area to the west. Sanford traffic, 916 Bravo.
If you lower the nose a little bit, it'll enhance your visibility. Gives you much better potential to see and avoid other people, especially when it's busy. All right, Rob. See if you can assume the style that you started off with. You were being very, very diligent on the controls, and that was allowing you to really get quickly acclimated to the airplane. But as soon as you start making large, brisk control inputs, well, it's doable. But it's going to, usually it's not until you have a higher level of predictability what the airplane's going to do that you can be successful with it. But anyways, see if you can get a nice 3-point full stall touchdown.
Number 2.
Sanford traffic, Citabria 291 Charlie Alpha, upbeam the numbers on left downwind for 25, traffic in sight. Sanford.
Sanford traffic, Skyhawk 64305 is on a 5-mile instrument approach, low approach, runway 32, Sanford traffic.
He's probably on the RNAV 32, so. Yeah, so just resist the temptation to turn until you're ready to go. This way here you won't have any qualms about getting that nice 25-degree turn in there, 25-degree bank turn, or 30 degrees even. Now see if you can roll that on the center line, Rob. It's not the end of the world if you don't, but oh man, it just enhances your controllability. Yeah, don't be bashful. Bring it over to the center line. Just have fun with the airplane. See him. Little roll. Go ahead and bring it to the center line.
Sanford traffic, Citabria 291 Charlie Alpha, short final 25, Sanford.
All right, so something close to 70 miles an hour, that'll give you a very friendly airplane to fly. And just maintain something close to 70 until the airplane's nice and close to the surface. Think about half of a wingspan to a wingspan.
Sanford traffic, Skyhawk 64305, 2-mile final, instrument approach, runway 32, low approach, Sanford traffic.
All right, eyeballs down the far end of the runway. Now take your time, nice and diligent on the sticks. Small moves. Hold it off now. Hold it off. Hold it off as long as you can. Up, 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 up. Ooh, easy though. That's the tail wheel going into a trauma because you put the weight of it on very quickly.
Yeah.
Hey, let me have full control. Let me have full control. All right, just leave the flaps where they are. So just try to take a look down the runway there. All right, we're all clear ahead. Just leave the flaps there.
Whoa.
I just want to stay in that landing configuration. And watch how slowly, Rob. Eyeballs down the front of the runway. Slow, 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 slow. Taking my time.
Yeah.
Messing with that little bit of a breeze. Slow, slow, slow. Boy, am I really taking my time here. Slow, 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 slow. And skidoink, there's all 3 wheels and a stick comes back. All right, go 3 notches of flaps. All clear ahead. All right, with a smooth application of full power, engine gauges in the green, and just lift the tail up. And away we go. And you have full control.
I have the plane.
You may need a little forward pressure, and you have full control. All right, then you can retract the flaps once you think it's a good idea. So I kind of exaggerated that, but I'm just trying to show you how you can just kind of really take take advantage of that long runway as you get acclimated here.
Okay.
Don't feel like you have to go throttle to idle and then just hope that everything works out all right.
Okay. That helps.
Sanford traffic, Skyhawk 64305 is on the mist, runway 32 Sanford traffic, right turn to Kenny Monk.
Let's see if you can reduce your power. That'll help you with the overclimbing tendency there. Yeah, right there. You'll notice 2,000 just kind of tames the beast.
Sanford traffic, Citabria 291 Charlie Alpha, left downwind 25, Sanford.
Sanford traffic, Premier 71 Kilo Victor, holding short of 25 for Citabria on downwind.
I'll tell you what, if you fellas are ready to go, we can extend the downwind here for you.
No, I love Citabrias. We'll watch you come on in, my friend. Thank you so much.
Okay, we'll try not to entertain you too much.
Come on now, it's all fun. Tailwheel's the only way to go.
You got that right. A little more bank, Rob. When it's time to turn, you want to resist the temptation of setting up the airplane where it's just aimlessly going somewhere. And when it's time to go base leg, tell yourself, boy, I can't wait to see the landing environment. And just roll right to 25, 30 degrees until the runway environment comes into view. Nothing like a square pattern. All right, carburetor heat be a good idea with all the haze and moisture. There you go. All right, so just take your time, small moves. And boy, it's got to come out good. If you don't get wackadoo at the controls, the airplane won't get wackadoo either. Sanford traffic, Citabria 291 Charlie Alpha, final 25, planning a stop and go for Sanford. Maybe just a whisker more speed. Remember, if you maintain 70, you'll get it slower later, but for right now, we want to keep a nice, friendly flying airplane, at least until you're nice and close to the ground. And then once you're about a wingspan off the ground, eyeballs down the far end of the runway. That's it, let her down. Down, 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 you're holding it up. Down, down, down. That's it. And then right about here, eyeballs down the far end of the runway. Now take your time and hold it off as long as you can. Get rid of all the energy as it touches down. That's it. And freeze the stick. Just freeze it. Oh, don't go back on it. You went back on it. You were still in flight when you came back on the stick, but not bad. All right, Rob, you have full control. Flaps retracted, flaps retracted.
Wait, runway 25.
And no, that was me. I had the carburetor heat cold for you, so if you're happy with the trim, away we go. Sanford traffic, Citabria 291 Charlie Alpha on the go, 25 for Sanford. why don't we start an early crosswind turn here for the Beach 400 crew, and we'll enter a downwind for 3-2. But just look under that wing before you turn. Just take a quick look out there, and all clear left. There you go. And just go right to 140 on the heading, and you'll be in the left downwind. Sanford traffic, Citabria 291 Charlie Alpha, off at 25. We're joining a left downwind now for 3-2, planning a full stop, 3-2 Sanford. All right, 140 the heading. 140, we'll make a full stop landing on 3-2.
Okay, you said 3-2, yep.
Okay, just go 5 degrees right, and you'll be on a downwind for 3-2. There you go. All right, start thinking about throttling back, right, for 1200, and you'll be on a left downwind just to beam the numbers. Go 5 degrees right, and you'll be nice and parallel.
There's traffic right here.
I'm looking
at it. Oh, no, okay.
And now you need to go 10 degrees right to get back on a downwind. Yeah, I just don't want to confuse the 400 crew down there. I just want to see, we're making reports that we're on a downwind for 3-2, but if we start getting aimless, they're going to say, what are they doing? Are they coming back to 2-5, or what are they doing? But you keep a nice square pattern, they'll be like, oh no, they're doing what they reported. All right, maybe a few notches of flaps.
I have 3 already. More?
Go one more, that'll be 3. Sanford traffic, Citabria 291 Charlie Alpha, left base, 3-2, we're planning a full stop, 3-2 for Sanford. Not sure why they're holding so long.
A little bit of a left crosswind.
Yeah, and that's what we'll negotiate. So I would recommend just land the airplane and landing the airplane with just the 3 notches of flaps there.
Okay.
And yeah, just keep the speed at 70. It'll work grand. And just use the crosswind technique that you would in any other airplane, right? Just rudders to keep the fuselage straight, ailerons to tilt the airplane so it stays in the middle of the runway.
Sanford traffic, Citabria 291 Charlie Alpha, short final 3-2, Sanford.
And try to maintain the 70 miles an hour because that'll give you a very friendly airplane. But once you get it slow, you'll get a high rate of descent, and the airplane's likely to weather vane into the wind.
So freeze the controls means hold them there, don't bring it back. Okay.
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, if you do something briskly under control, the airplane will do something briskly in return. Eyeballs down the far end of the runway and just light applications on the rudders. That's it, looking pretty, keep working. That's it, easy. Nice, Rob. That's me just bringing the tail up and ailerons all the way into the wind, just like you do. That's me holding the tail up. By holding the tail up, what we were able to do is kind of minimize your angle of attack. And that being said, this way, if there was a little bit of gust, and that's me just holding the ailerons into the wind. I know it seems a little awkward, but heck, that's crosswind technique, isn't it?
Yep.
All right, go ahead and roll off. We'll make it right on Alpha there. And I have the rear window latch if you want to open up your window and get some cool air coming in. There you go. All right, good job. Real good job.
Traffic, Premier 71 Kilo Victor, departing traffic at pattern runway 25, straight out. You guys have a nice day. Thank you so much for your hospitality.
Yeah, we'll see you. Thanks. So might as well head right back over to the hangar there.
Sanford traffic, Satabria 291 Charlie Alpha is clear 32 Sanford.
And if you just keep the airplane going straight down the access lane here, Rob, and you don't feel like you have to point it into the hangar. We have a tow bar.
Okay.
That's just an effort to not blow the dust into the hangar. If you go a little beyond the hangar, just and don't feel like you have to get it close. We have a tow bar, so just get it a little beyond the center,
traffic,
right about there. Perfect.
454 is about 7 miles to
That's
the
perfect.
east of the field.
Don't feel like you have to point it into the hangar. That's otherwise we blow the dust in there.
To the downwind on runway 25, Sanford traffic.